Hi, friends. If you're joining me here, hold on. Hello. Welcome to another surprise Sprints with Jenn. I wasn't feeling too great this morning, so I didn't get to go to church and hang out with my friends. Sunday is my day to see my friends. So when I woke up not feeling great, it was just kind of a bummer. I'm feeling a little better now, and I want to get some sewing done. So I was like, I've always wanted to kind of do some like sewing productivity sprints, but I also think that it's a little weird. But I was like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And whoever shows up, because I'm going to be listening to audiobooks and sewing, and I might as well do it with you guys. So that is what we're going to do. And then because I'm a businesswoman, just for this live chat only and the next 24 hours, if you use the code LiveChat25 in my Etsy shop, you'll get 25% off your whole order, because why not make a promo out of a live show? You know what? That's what we do. So the link to my Etsy is in the description box. Otherwise, if you look up the Book Refuge, I'll come up. So what is everyone doing today? Wow. See, there's people showing up. I love it. You guys make me happy. Never leave me hanging. Never leave me hanging. I'll get into the other stuff I'm doing in just a minute. Just make sure. I asked to see if any of my patrons wanted to join, but I keep them on their toes. I keep the patrons on the toes because I always let them know minutes before I do this stuff. But any of my patrons, if you're watching and you want to join, let me know, because we will. Oh, but yeah, let's see. So tell me what y'all are reading or what you're doing. Hey, Daniela, if you end up finishing dinner anytime soon, just let me know, because it'll be great. I know this is the tiny sewing machine I'm always talking about. We'll do a little bit of chat right here. So we're at my dining room table, obviously, as well, if you can't tell. I only have a 1-bedroom apartment. So this is the tiny sewing machine right here. It's actually the 4th one that I've bought at this point, because I do run through them fairly quickly, with them being so small. I should eventually invest in a bigger one, but again, it comes down to space. If I got a bigger one, it wouldn't be as easy to put away. I don't know. So that's what I tell myself anyway, right? So, but I mean, it does fine for what I want it to do. It's able to make my stuff. So yeah, I just got a whole bunch of bobbins threaded and ready to go. And I have, here, I'll share this. I have a stack of stuff to sew. So these are pencil pouches, book sleeves, some of the little baskets that I'm working on for my Patreon boxes, and maybe some that will be available in the store later. But these are what the little baskets look like before I turn them into a basket. Oh my goodness. Daniela's giving memberships away. Oh, that's right. I can do that too. It's a new month. Maybe I will do that later on in this. We'll give people a chance to be here. But anyway, my plan is, as always, I got to have a plan. Although we'll see, because between doing the sprints and doing this, it might take me most of the time to do these. But I also plan to, what is it called? When A House of Flame and Shadow comes out, I plan to listen to the book and sew all day. That's my plan. My patrons will know this. When my favorite books come out with audiobooks, that's what I do. I basically sew all day long. I did that when God of Ruin came out and when God of Fury came out. And I also did it with, there was another one too. One of the Elsie Silvers, I think I did that with too. So I just will put on the audiobook and I'll sew all day. And I love it. It's so much fun. But I need to have everything like prepped before then. So that is my plan. There's also a possibility that that book shows up today because FedEx said it's out for delivery. And sometimes we get Sunday deliveries. I don't know. Either I'll get it today or I'll get it tomorrow. But I'm planning to wait until the audiobook is out anyway, because as I said, I want to listen to it. I've listened to all of them this time around and I love the narrator and I'm excited for it. So anyway, that is what my plan is, to work on these book sleeves and work on that stuff. And like I said, to some people, I have the coupon pinned. If you so choose to go to the Etsy shop during this live chat, you can use the special code and get 25% off everything. And that includes the book sleeves that are already only $10. So there you go. All right. YouTube always changes stuff up on me. Okay, let's go back a little bit and see what people are reading. Tell me what you're reading or what you're doing with my surprise live chat. Tell me what you're up to. Oops, someone messaged me. Yeah, I also have a book to rant about, which some people are messaging me about because I posted about it on Instagram. I was pretty pissed. So there's that. Okay, let's see. Komal, you're doing some working. Sweet. Working on a Sunday. Girl, you work so hard. Just getting to enjoy a Sunday full of reading. You're reading The Hunter. Oh, such a good book. I was just thinking about that book the other day because I was thinking about books with assassins. Oh, I made a white chocolate raspberry iced coffee. So that's what's in here. I've tried that, the Chobani creamer, which I think I think it is a dairy creamer. I mean, I don't care if it was dairy or non-dairy. I love dairy, so it's fine. But they have some really good flavors. So I had some of that. And it tastes good. Finished up lunch, and then you have some work stuff to do. Love it. Hi, Amanda. Amanda is just about to listen to me in your car. Oh, thanks. Just started the right move. Oh, that's so good. Love it. Let me know. Yeah, let me know, girl. Because like I said, I'll probably do these for a couple hours. So plenty of time if you want to hop on later. Would be fine by me. Reading The Lost Elemental by Tessa Hale. Oh, man, I am seeing that all over the place. All over the place. I was so sad I missed out on the PR boxes for that. They are gorgeous. I did apply for one of those. I think it was that one, but that's fine. It's beautiful. I need to read that one, but it is, I think, a why choose, isn't it? So that also might be why I was nervous about it. Doing some journaling and planning for the next week. You just binged the Bellamy Creek series. Oh, that's so good. Getting back to Outlander. Yeah. I finished another part last night. So now I'm up to The Search, which The Search is only like 2 chapters. So I'll be through it pretty quickly. And then it's on to the last part, which is so difficult. Or no, there's 2 more parts because there's Wentworth Prison and then there's also To Ransom a Man's Soul. So good. Caro, you're listening to When She Purrs by Ruby Dixon. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Monet is reading Be With Me. All right, all right. I like it. I like it. Let me see. Sorry. Come on. My computer should be faster because we're literally sitting 2 feet away from my... There we go. I'm 2 feet away from my router, so I don't know what its problem is. Looking for a good MM to read. Ooh, all right. Let's see, man. Do you want contemporary or paranormal? Blueberry. Oh, I love your name. Blueberries. I love it. I mean, Tal Bauer is the first thing on my lips. I'm excited to read the new Riley Hart. Since I didn't get an arc of that one, it got pushed a little bit because I just got a whole bunch of arcs delivered, and I'm already going to start getting the February arcs delivered. So I got a little bit behind, but I've liked Riley Hart. She's good, but I mean, Tal Bauer is my king. I'll just say that. He's my gay king. So there we go. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about it in just a second, Komal. I have a rant. I think you'll give Common Goal a go. Oh, cool. Anxiously waiting for football to start. You're reading Obsession Falls and listening to A Court of Wings and Ruin. Nice, Jen. I love it. Can't decide between Spinning Silver or Below Zero by Allie Hazelwood. Snow Kiss. I have read Spinning Silver, but it was a while ago. Oh, The Lost Elemental is an old series. Okay. Twilight of Embers. The narrators, Teddy and Joe. Love it. You're done with dinner. You'll start it. Okay. Hold on. Boo. Sorry, I'm sending. There, I just sent you the link, Daniela, if you want to. Hello, Amy, just finished House of Earth and Blood. Love it. Need to finish reading Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. That's your goal before it comes out. Wow, girl, you are going to go for it. Finishing Throne of Glass to binge Crescent City. Getting ready for new release. Love it. Listening to Outlander. Will you cross stitch? Yes, Emily. I love it. Let's be crafty together. Oops. You have an iPad mini. Do you know which size? Can you tell me what's that? Oh, you did. 8 by 8.5. Or 8 by 5.5. Sorry. So an iPad mini, honestly, Jesus. The iPad mini, I'm doing some measuring. Hold on. So the indie sleeve would fit your iPad mini. It would probably fit better if it had a case on it. I'll just say, though, because I don't do buttons or clasps on mine. I don't. I do the simple sleeve. And once they're sewn, these are 6.5 by 8.5. So, like, it would definitely fit in here, but it would probably, like, move side to side. So that's the only thing I'm thinking, is that if you had a case on it, that would make it snugger in here, which I always have a case on mine when it goes in here. So yeah, that would be the size that would work for that. Okay. I've had it for years. It's Maddie, by the way. Oh, hi, Maddie. I have some Tal Bauer, but not feeling anything too sweet right now. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. I've only read a couple of C.E. Reese, and I've also read some Mafia. That's MM. But yeah. Read The Highwayman, and it was 6 stars for me. Oh, so good. There are 3 guys in love with a woman, and the guys are jealous of each other. Yep. Going to be reading Thief of Silver and Souls by Eva Chase. Love it. I do have a case on your Kindle sleeve. Perfect. I don't think... Yeah, I don't have sleeves that would fit a Chromebook. unfortunately. The biggest sleeve that I have is and like I'm using a Chromebook right now. It would not fit. So maybe someday. But if I made enough sleeves to fit every individual device, number one, it would drive me bonkers. And number two, it's just a lot. The way I make the store work is I keep it basic. So we have the two different kinds of sleeves. And then whenever I feel like making some of the other stuff, I do. But yeah. Okay. So what am I up to? Okay, we'll do that for a little bit. Before we get into this, I'm actually going to pin some of these while we do this. So what I just finished was Seeds of Malice by Maggie Cole. And I gotta say, guys, I'm not a fan of it. She perfectly warns you for everything. That's in there. So, it was my own thing to do it. And I also had like an inkling that it might not be for me, just because, the last duet that she wrote, I thought the hero was too much of an asshole. Like I have a low tolerance for the asshole right now, okay? I really need the author to know what they're doing when they write that. Because me personally, I can't speak to anyone else, but if a hero is going to be a psychopath or an asshole or get us into dubious consensual situations, I need to either have the heroine want to know why, in the case of Untouchable, or I need to have the hero's POV where he knows why. I don't just want them to be an asshole because they love to be an asshole to women and it makes them feel good. So I was nervous about how that would be because, like, again, she lays it out. She tells you kind of where you're going. So, like, I'm not mad that there was a cliffhanger. Like, the next one comes in 2 weeks. It's okay. There's going to be a time jump, though. And I just don't believe that, like, the timeline of events that happen in Seeds of Malice, that there would be an obsession that lasts for 10 years. Like, I would just move on from the motherfucker. Like, I would just move on from him. He was horrible. So that's just me, though. That's my taste. Like, there are plenty of people who want to eat that up. And it does get super sexy. But for me, when I'm checked out, the scenes that involved manipulation, because there is, and again, she totally tells you that. She's like, there's going to be sexual manipulation. You're going to feel uncomfortable. And you know what, y'all? I just reread God of Malice and I just read Surrender. Okay, I have read my sexual manipulation for the week, okay? And I was okay with it. I gave one of those 4.5 stars and the other one's a 5-star. Like, I'm okay with it. But it's because the way those authors write manipulation, the heroes are so obsessed with the heroine and they plan to keep them. They want them and they want to keep them. So them doing all the manipulative things they're going to do, they're doing it because they want them and they're going to keep them forever. They're already thinking about wifing them up and having babies with them. Like, that's a certain type of obsession to me. It's a certain type of fantasy to want to have someone so obsessed with you that they're already planning that with you. It borders on the line of insane. And in real life, it would be, and I would run the other way. But the way that Rena Kent and Sam Mariano make it work for me is that there's still something charming about those guys when they're being that way. To me, there just is. And I don't fully know. I really should look into how I explain it better. But there's like a purpose behind what they're doing. And the purpose is I need to manipulate her until she loves me. So then she'll be mine. Right? So I'm here for it. But in the way that I've read in this book, and it's not just MC who does this, so that's why I'm not trying to specifically shit on this book because it is not the first to do it, nor will it be the last. But I think that the asshole hero and what makes him attractive is getting missed so that we can make really raunchy scenes. Because the whole goal of this hero is that he wants to seduce her, fuck her, humiliate her, play with her, and then get rid of her. Like, that's what he wants to do. And of course, he's going to fall for her while that happens so that he's not a complete dick. But why does he like to snatch a girl or like get a girl and do those things to her? There's no forethought or background or explanation why this rich asshole wants to take that innocent girl and ruin her. There's nothing. There's no reason. So when he's doing it, you're like, well, you just are cruel. Like, you're just cruel. And I don't like to read cruel men. I need a reason, even if it's a messed up reason that doesn't have logical sense. I need it. Okay. That's, again, me personally. I'm not here to yuck a yum. Heaven forbid that I should. I just made a cock warming video, for goodness sakes. It's not what it's about. But if a hero's going to do those things, I want to believe that he's doing it with the goal of making the heroine his forever. That is not this hero's plan at all. Or, this person. And again, Maggie Cole says it's a villain romance, right? But you still have to make the reader like him. And I don't know why the heroine likes him. I don't know why she agrees to do the things he does to her. It just made them feel ick. Like, I skipped every sex scene in that book because I felt like our heroine was being assaulted, and not in a sexy way. I really didn't enjoy it at all. So that's my soft explanation for that. I'm really trying to not get too heated. Helen, if Helen is watching, I was talking to her about it because she read it before me. And I was just like, I don't know what's going on, because I don't know. I just didn't find a single thing lovable about him. And the heroine became a doormat within 24 hours of meeting him. She was lying to her dad and doing whatever this guy said. And it's supposed to be because he's a master manipulator, but to be that type of manipulator, you have to be smooth as well. And he's just not. So anyway, that's my opinion. Don't come for me, as Stephanie Harlow would say. So yeah, I am not going to read the next one. And I didn't rate it on Goodreads because it was an arc, and I do still love Maggie. I hope she doesn't watch this. I love Maggie, but I'm not really into her current style of stories. I didn't really care for the newest Mafia War she had coming out, and I didn't really like the duet previously because, again, that hero is a little bit better because he kind of, sets up the boundaries right away, what's happening, whereas Dax is purposely manipulating her the whole way through. But still, I don't like that kind of hero. I don't like an asshole for asshole's sakes anymore. I never really, really did. But there was nothing lovable for me. So it's what's the incentive to read the next book and watch them get their HEA when I think she should run as far as she can and never think about that bastard again. So, whereas again, I hate to make the reference, but she's calling it a dark bully romance. So I'm going to compare it to other bully romances. And what I love about a bully romance is that I either need them to have a reason for bullying the person, or be so obsessed with them that they just want them for themselves. And so they take them, but then they want to keep them, not use them and throw them away. Because it's if that's your goal the whole time, it's awful. I don't know. It was gross. And to top it off, here we go. This was the thing too. His pet name for her is Slut. And I am fine with some dirty talk. Okay. I'm here for it. But I searched how many times slut was used in that book. And in 500 pages, it was used 139 times. And whore was used 48 times. So I don't like it when it's used as a pet name outside of sex. And the heroine didn't like it either. he guilts her into, like, that's his whole thing, is he uses guilt the whole time for everything. So again, she warns you all about it in the trigger warning. So this isn't like you're getting it snuck in. It's there. But that doesn't mean I have to think it was done well. Just because she warns you that it's there, that doesn't mean you have to like how it goes. So anyway, that was enough ranting. Let me check what else you guys are saying. And yeah, slut as a pet name. And I said that I told Helen this. To be fair as well to this book, I just finished a book, which was a BDSM fanfic where Harry calls Draco his little slut. So, and I didn't like it in that either. I just don't. I'm fine if you say it a couple times when you're banging, because it can be hot when you're like, oh, you're my good little, like, I'm okay with it. But in just, he's like, you ready to be my little slut tonight? Like, just saying that, and I'm like, God, no. Like, you have to turn it off sometimes. And so when I searched the book and saw that it was in there 139 times, I was just like, huh. I just can't. I don't like it. It's awful. Okay. Well, but Seeds of Malice is part of a duet, and the last time the duet didn't work for me. Yeah. I mean, I'm always willing to give stuff another chance because sometimes a duet works, but in this case, like, it doesn't work for me. Jumps 10 years. Yeah. And again, there is a reason why it jumps 10 years. Like, she set up that good. I wouldn't want to get back with him after 10 years, because the first book is a college romance. It is. So she's 18, he's 21. It's a college romance. Then it's going to be a dark billionaire romance. So that's how she's doing it, which that's kind of cool. That's smart. You know, if I had believed that there was more between them in this, like, I love a second chance romance. I'm here for it. It's just, he's not the type of hero that deserves a second chance. Like, everybody deserves an HEA, but like, I don't want to see it. So not having a grovel kills me. I mean, I don't know. There might be a grovel in the second half. I can't tell you. Carter and Killian have certain softness. Yes. Like, yeah. Yeah. They have good aftercare skills eventually too, which is important to me. Damn, thanks for the warning. Yeah. I'm just like, you don't even love the person. So what are you doing? Slut as a pet name is new to me. Yeah. Again, and it wasn't just when they were banging. Like, it was on every other page, literally, because it's used 139 times in the book. So no. Joining late. Hi, V. Hello. All right, we're going to get into the sprint now. Sorry, I've been talking for 30 minutes, and my whole point is to get some work done here. So those of you who are new joining, I'll say this again. I'm going to be doing some sewing during our sprint here. I'll put up the timer in just a minute. And during this live show, and if you're rewatching this, the first 24 hours afterwards, I have a Etsy code that's just for you guys. I have it pinned. It's a pinned comment. That is live chat 25, and you can get 25% off your order. And we're going to get started. Hi there. Hello. And if you're one of my patrons, like I said, and you want to join me, just let me know and I'll send you the link. But let's go ahead and start this timer. Oh, hi, Sama. Hello. Well, we're about to do a sprint. So what that means is I'm going to put a timer on the screen and mute myself. And then I'm going to get started sewing and listening to my audiobook. Oh, what am I listening to? Hold on. Let me grab it. It's over here. I am listening to a historical romance, In Like Flynn by Lauren Smith. This is a female pirate romance and a Royal Navy man who is trying to bring down her father, who's a pirate. So there we go. Maybe if you have a little bit of Sea of Ruin vibes, you might like this one, although it's not a dark romance at all. So it's pretty sweet. Okay, so I'm going to get started. And then after the 40 minutes of this sprint, we'll come back and we'll chat again. I'll show you how much I got done and we'll see how everyone's doing. All right, let me boop, boop, boop. Share your timer right here. and start that. So yeah, there we go. Happy reading, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing good. I was being lazy as fuck today. So thank you for doing this.
Yeah. Do you have me on in the background? I'm hearing an echo.
Oh, yeah,
Just give
probably.
me a second. There we go. Bum, Oop. Um, my fave book, Bronte. Like it? Reading Grieved Loss. That's a good one. January has been crazy. Missed me and my channel. Oh, thanks, Mel. How's everybody's reading going? I made some good progress. I think I might finish this in the next one. Getting close. It's a good one. Let's see. What did I get done? Well, I finished 4 sleeves. Got those sewed up. And I'm working on 2 other pouches over here. So almost done with those too. I love this little owl there. It's so cute. Oops, which way am I going? There we go. Those are weird. What are you reading today, friend?
Yeah, I'm reading Letters from Hell by Cat King. It's an arc, and it's a quick one, I think. I'm already 24% in.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just about this thriller author
Mm-hmm.
who doesn't know what to write next.
Oh.
And so she and a friend decide to send letters to the prison
Mm-hmm.
and like write with the criminals there so she
Oh.
can have ideas for a novel. So she goes there on a visit to the prison and then she makes eye contact with one that she is not supposed to do that, by the way, but she
Oh.
does. And like she faints and all of that. And so the next day she receives a letter from the guy that she made eye contact with.
Mm-hmm.
And he's this guy who is a serial killer who has killed like 30 more plus that we don't know for sure how many, but whatever. And so he is basically like for now, he's stalking her.
Mm-hmm.
She has changed houses and stuff, but he always knows her name, her address, like everything about her. So
Oh.
I'm at a part where she's like going literally insane with fear and whatnot. And she was like in total fear for like since she met him, let's just say that. But
Mm-hmm.
then her mind she started having dreams, like lustful dreams.
Oh,
And
wow.
she's like, oh, my mind is trying to combat all this fear I'm fearing because she's basically homebound. She doesn't go anywhere, like nothing
Okay.
because of it. So
Okay.
she's thinking, yeah, these weird dreams are because like my mind is trying to cope with all the fear and whatever. So
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm like, this is supposed to be a romance.
Okay. I was gonna ask you. I'm like, where's the romance in here?
Yeah, it's supposed to be, but I'm like 24% in.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she just started having these dreams, lustful dreams that I don't know exactly what they are
Okay.
yet. And
Interesting.
like she's at a part where she just had enough and she decided to go out of her house and go to the grocery store.
Okay.
And guess what? She makes eye contact with him again because he's on the other side of the street. They make eye contact and then he disappears. Like a bus goes by and he disappears.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that's where I'm at.
Interesting.
So I'm guessing she's gonna be at a point where it's like, I had enough of this shit. I'm gonna meet him somewhere. I don't know. because she fell into this hole where it's like, I don't even know, it's like depression almost feels like.
Right.
She thought, I wish I was dead already because I don't want to live in this fear.
Sure.
So I don't know. I'm pretty sure, like I'm 99% sure this is a romance because that's what she writes, but at the same
Right.
time, I'm not seeing it yet.
Right. Do you get
But
the
it's
killer's
so
point of
good.
view? Do you get the killer's point of view?
Yeah, we have it's one chapter each,
Okay.
so it's not bad.
Is he
He's like
lovable?
obsessed because he's antisocial.
Okay.
And another thing that I don't know, but basically, like he's bored of his mind, and that's why
Mhm.
he killed all these people.
Oh, okay.
And she is the entertainment for him. She
Is
like
he?
he finds her super entertaining, and so he's not bored with her.
Okay.
So he has this obsession with her
Hmm.
from the very beginning. So yeah,
Okay. Interesting. Well, good luck with that.
I mean
That's
it's very compelling. Like I'm glued to my Kindle, so that's good.
good.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. Megan, which Maggie Cole are you talking about? It's the upcoming book Seeds of Malice. It comes out on the 1st. That's what we were talking about. Just received your Etsy items. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I'm glad you did. They ship pretty quick, which is nice. Just finished Lost Elemental. Needed a break from Throne of Glass. Binged 5 of them in a row. Well, yeah, you're really trying to cram them in before Tuesday. That's a lot of pages. Hi, Linda. Hello. I'm sewing with some of your fabrics today. Thank you so much for my Christmas present. My book is almost done. I like this one, so I'm not going to ding it too hard, but it had one of my least favorite things just happen where like she sees him hug someone at night and is like, "Oh my gosh, he's cheating on me."
Oh no. Oh no.
Look, because he did sneak out because he needs to go do something, and his friend's wife is helping him. And like literally they just made love and he told her he loves her for the first time. And she's like, "Oh, he's cheating on me." And she runs away.
The assumption, like we
And it was
talked about
just
this
so,
before, that annoys me so much.
yeah. I'm like, just wait till you speak to him to his face. But she's like, "No,
Right.
I don't want to hear it to my face." So she just runs. And I'm like, why? I don't know. It doesn't piss me off too much because she's a pirate queen and she was already like giving up being that so she could be with him. So
Mhm.
it kind of makes sense that the first peek at him being unfaithful, she'd be like, "Well, I didn't think it was gonna work anyway." And so she like runs, but whatever. It's fine. Kamal, I'm reading a pirate romance. And
Is
I'm
that
almost
the second book in the series?
yeah. Yep, it's the
Oh.
second book. Mhm. The third one's out already too, which I'm excited for because that's going to be with a guy who was in love with her, but she didn't want to get married with him. But he's a good dude, so. But yeah, these are dual narration. So Shane East does the male part in those ones. So
They
I
are
don't
on
think the
any
first
play,
one,
right?
just the first one. The
Oh.
second one never got added. I waited like 6 months. It's been a long time, and I finally bought it because I really wanted this one, but nope, this one wasn't put on there. I waited and waited and waited.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I listened to the first one.
Yeah, I mean, so much of her backlist is on there. Like a
Mhm.
ridiculous amount is, but her newest ones weren't getting put on there, so that's okay. I was like, I want to read it enough. It's fine. And I mean, I'm liking it a lot. I just was annoyed by that ending, it's not over, but I was annoyed that she just did that, but whatever. We'll get to it. You're reading for work, learning about butterflies. All right. Love the idea of that butterflies encourage us to stop and appreciate things. Oh, that's cool, Nicole.
No.
I like butterflies. We used to find monarch butterfly caterpillars and hatch them into butterflies when I was a kid. It was always fun. Good stuff. But yeah, whew, it gets like so warm in here when the sun is shining on my house. So I'm like over here and I'm like, geez, I need to just go down to my workout top. I'm like sweating to death. Okay, well, let's see. How did everybody else do? Otherwise, I mean, I'm getting on a roll, so I'll just go back into it if nobody has anything to comment about, because I got a lot of stuff to get sewn today. So, missed what book? Oh, say what book you're reading again. Coma missed it.
Oh, Letters from Hell by Cat King.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading an arc for it. I think it releases on the second week of February. I'm not sure when.
Nice. There's a lot of books coming out the second week of February. There is 4 books coming out on the 13th that there's obviously more than that. 2 on the 14th and 1 on the 15th that I have. Like, geez. So it's going to be a busy month. Hi, Amber. Hello.
It releases February 10th.
Okay.
So there's that.
It is, the first one is called No Rest for the Wicked, Nicole. The first one in the series. Yeah, that's the first one. But yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to try to get through these pouches in the next one. And then get started on some of my little trays. I don't know what they're even called. They're a tray, whatever. They're cute. A container to put stuff in. I don't know. All right, let's go back in again and keep it going. Getting stuff done today. Whoop. Sorry, I was just finishing one. Oop. There you go. My book is basically done now. Just the epilogue left. It's good. It was a cute one. It was helpful that her dad, what she gets to her dad, and her dad's like, so you saw something and you just ran away. And her dad is like, I'm pretty sure the woman you saw him with, because he knows, is like, she wouldn't cheat on her husband. So I don't know why you just had to run away. So that was helpful. Because he was like,
So that was done quickly then.
Yeah. It was just kind of because she was afraid of confronting him and finding out that, so she left, and her dad's like, so you were scared to have a conversation and you ran away. Hold on 1 second. I gotta grab some. So that was kind of fun. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Luna. Glad you're here. Linda, these are for the little containers that I'm making. So I'll show you. They're these little like trays. They're cute. That can literally, you could put your rings in them or something on your desk or whatever. They're just cute. I found a cute pattern for these. So first you have to make a square. And then you like pinch all the corners together and stitch them. I have to do that by hand. So they do look like a mug rug first. Maybe someday I'll do those, but these are kind of boring to me. I wanted to do something other than just literally making a square, but they're really fun when I'm doing these because they are all like flat and look so cute. So yeah, all of these are getting turned into these cute little baskets or tray. I literally don't know what to call them. They're cute. They can go on someone's dresser or your bathroom or like whatever. But I like trying weird stuff for the Patreon boxes. Because I'm like, oh, hey, I bet I can make that. That's really how it goes for me. Finally setting in Don't You Dare by C.E. Reese. Oh my goodness. I need to read that already. Jiminy Crickets. I've had that forever. I read C.E. Reese so many years ago. Not so many, but like 4 years ago maybe. And they weren't cool at that time. It was the time when everyone was getting mad at women for writing gay romance, which they still do sometimes. And sometimes it's not great. So I understand. But they were in persona non grata when they were first writing it. So I didn't talk about them too much. But that has very much passed for them anyway. But I read when the River of Rain duet came out or whatever. That was intense. That's almost on the edge of uncomfortable for me, but it was good. Hi, Melody. Hello. Need some productivity sprints today. Cool. So many projects. Yep, you're always doing stuff. Jen, if you purchase your sewing machine from Amazon, would you provide a link? I can do that. I literally just typed in mini sewing machine because there's 50 brands that are the same sewing machine. They just put a different name on it. Because I said, I've bought 4 of them. They all have a different name and are exactly the same. This one is called a KPCB. But I mean, I'll share the link if you want to look at it. It's only $30. So that's why they wear out eventually. But yeah, I'll share a link. I don't know where, but I will. I'll put it in my supplies wish, or not wish list, but recommendation list. I'll put it on there. Reading Lothair. You found it at Goodwill. Looks like it was never opened. Oh, that's so cool. Because they do wear out, Erica. That's why. Because they're only $30, they do wear out. So could I have taken the $30 I've spent 4 times and buy one that lasts longer? Yes. And I probably will eventually do that. But no, because when I bought one of these, I was literally just going to make 20 Christmas presents. So I found one off of Mercari, actually. I bought one off of Mercari first. That was basically new. And then when like that one was having trouble, I was like, well, I'll just buy a new one then, because it was only $5 more than I paid for a used one. So now when they start to wear out, I just get another one. But yeah, I feel like it's really good if you're just wanting to do it just to try it out, because there's nothing extra to worry about. Like there's not back stitching and like buttonhole and like all that stuff, which I mean, it means you can't do that stuff, but it also means you don't have to learn how to do it. So someday I'll upgrade, but I like keeping it simple. I'm finally reading out there. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Little work for me since I've never sewn in my life. I can barely work a piece. I mean, I like knew how to use one as a kid because my grandma taught me to sew, but I mean, I basically was learning from scratch. I didn't remember how to do anything. So I just bought one of these and I watched a YouTube video and it was super easy. Like for real, there's step-by-step of how to use it. And then it's also like a pretty safe one too. You don't really have to worry about like hurting yourself with this one. So anyway, highly recommend. I'll share it with you. Only read Iced Out. Okay. That's one that I have saved as well. But the bioawakening is being handled is not my thing. Yeah, that can be tough. I'm just really like until I find an author that I like really trust for romance, which I mean the point is I do have some that I trust, but when I'm first reading an author who writes I gotta find one that I trust, because within like gay romance, there's some tropes that I just do not care to read. But they're also like staples in gay romance. Like, yeah, I just don't want to read the ones where they're stuck in the closet for a long time. And the reason they can't be together is because of the closet, which that doesn't mean it's not real. I'm sure there's plenty of people who live that way, but in a romance, I don't want to read it. Like, just like I don't want to read about someone's mom dying all the time. Like, yeah, that's real, but I don't want to read about it. So, and a lot of times with gay romance, especially if it's a bi awakening or a gay awakening, you know, they have to keep them a secret. And I don't really like that very much. If it's a secret, I want it to just be for a very short amount of time. And I feel like Tal Bauer does that really good. And then usually when they tell people, everyone's like, yay! Like there's usually
finally
not people being mad about it. Like the only one I read where people were like mad about it was the Jock. That one was tough. The Jock has a very painful like hate crime in it that I forgot happened. I knew that happened because I read The Quarterback first, which is about one of the friends on the football team and the guy's dad. So like I knew they talk about it, that there was a hate crime done to them. But then I read The Jock and I was like, oh my God, that's right. He gets the shit beat up. It was horrible. It was horrible. And I was like, no, I forgot about this. But Tal makes it good because everybody like comes around them and it's good. Currently reading The Shadow of the Gods. Oh, John Gwynne. He's someone I'd like to read more of again. I love that. Lisa, hello. It's been fun comparing the first read through Outlander with the show. I'm falling in love with Jamie in the book. I have lots of thoughts. Oh my gosh, girl. I was swooning so hard last night. I don't know how I still can at this point. You know, I'm almost 10 years into this relationship by now with my book husband, but I forgot just how like happy he was at the beginning before everything awful happens, because he's just so in love with her. It's so cute. It's so cute. Yeah, I just love it. I was highlighting so much stuff. Oh, yay. There must have still been some left. Yeah, if people, I always never talk about this because I forget, but it's a setting for you. You have to turn on that you'll accept memberships, because if there's not enough people watching who have that turned on, then it just sits there. So like Melissa was able to jump in later and like one. So I love it. Love it. But anyway, yeah, Outlander is amazing. I wanted to finish that today, actually, because I only have like 150 pages left, but I still need to read a Patreon book first. So I'll probably do that. Probably do that first. But yeah. Anyway, well, I'll probably do like one more. Can you stay for one more, or you need to go to bed? Okay. Yeah, I'll probably do one more, and then I'll be like, actually got through a good amount. And then I'll need to make myself some food. I haven't had any yet, but yeah, I need to pick what I'm going to listen to next, though, because my book only has 5 minutes left. So I don't know what I'm going to pick, because I think I've listened to all the books on my TBR that I can. So I don't know. But anyway, okay. Bye, Nicole. Have a good day. So much fun. Have a good day. All right, we'll do one more 40-minute one, and then we'll chat a little bit. And I mean, we've already been going for 2 hours, so it goes by fast, man. It goes by fast. I didn't even ask, is your book still riveting?
I mean, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I could say that. Yeah.
Good. I'll ask you at the end then, like, if the romance is going somewhere. But okay. All right, here we go. I'm still muted. I was talking for like 30 seconds. Still muted. Anyway. Hi, friends. Hello. You're never late for these because I don't give you any warning. So how can you be late for something you didn't know about? Just never make up my mind. But, well, did pretty good today. I got all of these ready. I made 4 more pouches and some book sleeves. And I got the next set of them all, like the first side done. So there you go. I feel pretty productive today. Oh, good stuff. My stomach is growling. I'm ready to eat some, I don't even know what meal this is. I slept in pretty late today, so I wasn't really that hungry earlier. But so how's your book going?
I have like 30 minutes left. It's going okay. Like, I don't know. It's not a hero, so I don't really know how to feel about it. But it feels like the Sinner's Duet by Sophia Lark. Is it the same?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I kind of feel the same way as that duet, but I don't know. Like, he has reasons for the killings that he did before he went to prison. So that warms me up a bit to him. But then, I don't know. It's just a bit in the air.
Sure. I mean, that's
like the heroine is also not 100% in, which I get it, right?
Yeah.
So if she was, then I maybe would be too.
Right.
So it's that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing. They have to get on board at a good time.
Like, in her mind, she is, but like what she thinks and what she does, it's different.
Huh.
So it's one of those.
Interesting.
That's why I don't feel icky about the sex scenes, because she wants them, but she doesn't want them. So
okay, yeah. No, those are the best. I mean, that's what like dubious consent is, because it's they can push you into it. Yeah. No, I mean, it's a tough thing to define, because that's the thing. Like, even as I said, even when I was ranting about the book earlier, there are things that happen in there that happen in other books that I do like literally a certain scene was also kind of a scene that was in Surrender that I read last week, but it's the hero's thought process that does it for me, as well as the heroine. Like, in Surrender, the heroine absolutely does not want it to happen, but it's one of those, like, it's a bargaining chip, because she's like, I will do this for you if you let me go. And he's like, maybe you could try to convince me. Whereas, like, in the other one, he's literally like manipulating her to say yes, or else he'll be like disappointed, which just feels so gross. Like, it feels like that feels like it's a power dynamic of like a boss employee or something. Like, that's what it feels like. The, like, you need to do this for me or I'll be disappointed, right? And that is what like feels like gross. Whereas, like, honestly, when it's one where they just are taking it, they're not trying to convince the girl to like it. They just start taking it, and then she's like, oh, I kind of liked it. Like, that's
kind of what this is. Like, there's no manipulation of any sort. Like, he's very straightforward and stuff. She's the only one struggling with it a bit, but like, I'm enjoying it a lot. But I'm not saying I'm head over heels over it either.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, and it can still have been good. You know, like, if it's not making you angry, then that's good. Because some books are just gonna be like, okay.
If books make me angry, I'm gonna DNF them. That's what I do. I don't read them.
That's a good thing to do. I don't know though. Some books make me angry, and I still ride it out. and then I like it.
Yeah, I know.
So
Then I wonder how can you do it because I
yeah.
can.
But it's a fine line though. Like I'm thinking of some of them that have done that. Difficult to like pinpoint it now, but books where like certain things will happen where you're just like, no, too much, no. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, it worked out. But it's hard to like review that and explain it.
Mm-hmm.
I just know whether it feels right or not. And that's just the personal experience it comes down to. Like, did it work for you or not? You know, because how many people hate Untouchable and they never get over it? How many people couldn't read Arena Kent because it's like, ew, you know, and or Pam Godwin, they'd be like, ew. Like I was watching a review of someone who like reads dark romance and they were completely creeped out by Dark Notes. Like they just can't. They're like, it's too awful. And I'm like, he saves her. Like it's so good. But they're just like, no, she's 17. It's bad. And I'm like,
I feel like I haven't finished Dark Notes. I think I made it halfway through, maybe. But like Ben's writing is not for me. Like I don't really. I get bored. And she writes very dark romance. I tried Dark Notes. I tried the other one. There's like Rockstar Romance, something like that. The first one.
Beneath the Burn.
I also made halfway through, and
that one was long.
Deliver.
Like I'm fair with that, but
yeah, it's just the writing doesn't work for me. But like other than that,
no, I mean that's perfectly like that's gonna happen. I'm like that's gonna happen for sure, but yeah.
So what I meant by that is like it's not like I didn't like the story that was being told, the situations or whatever. It's just it was just the writing.
Yeah. We all have our preferences.
Yeah.
That's how it works. But okay, let's see a couple of these and then I need to go make some lunch. Let's see. We're about 40% through a C. Rochelle. Enter the multiverse. Oh, okay. It's good so far, a bit slow, but also it goes 0 to 100. Sure. Yep. That's always good. Oh, wow. Okay. Loving Lothair. Elizabeth is no scaredy cat. Oh, yes. She's the best. I love it. I mean, and how, like, the way she faces down this, like, evil man. It's so good. I love it. There's beginner dark romance, and then there's pitch black dark romance. Not for beginners. Yes, this is true. Well,
the thing is, there's no way to define what is
and it's different for every person. What's too dark for you? You know, that's why it just has such a big umbrella, and why I do think that trigger lists are important. I think they're important because we all have, you know, because I look back at stuff that I was like, wow, I thought that was so dark. And now I'm like, wow, it's actually not that dark. But at the time, it was the darkest thing I'd read. So the darkest thing you've read is the darkest thing you've read for you. And yeah, it just depends on what it is for you. And again, I'll come back around to this. Like for me, that Maggie Cole, like isn't even it didn't even feel like it was dark, besides the fact that he's like guilting her into sexual situations, which I mean is dark, but I don't know. It's not
more
like
a dark theme than a story.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, because it says it's a dark bully romance, and I mean it is. It is because, but it's more so like it. Yeah, it was just a miss for me. I don't know. That's just how it is. Because me, like I always say, this dark romance for me is either by content or by the vibe. Because there is ones that like I would put any mafia under dark romance, even if it isn't. Like I would say it is, because the characters are going to be morally gray because they're mafia. it may be a more humorous one and not feel as dark, but like I would still put it under a dark romance.
They still kill people or kill the
Exactly.
forest
They
girls.
still sell drugs and human traffic, and
Mhm.
our good guys might not do human traffic, but that's what they do. And so that's always going to be dark, even though like I think of like Nero. Nero was pretty much a comedy. Like it was almost to me anyway, because it was so ridiculous. But I loved it. It was camp all the way. You know, that's always going to be dark romance. But then there's stuff like the Deliver series, which is literally in the depths of hell in that series. That's a different kind of dark. So it's different for everybody. And then there's ones like, you know, I think of like June 1st by Jennifer Hartman. Like that one's dark because of depression and because of like stuff like that. You know, it's a contemporary in a normal neighborhood and nobody's being assaulted or mistreated. Like it's just dark because of other stuff. So it just all depends. But anyway, well, I hope the rest of it's good. Hope you enjoy that. Oh, I should say what I said. Sorry.
I'm worried. Wait, I'm worried about it because he's supposed to go to prison again because he escaped.
Oh.
So now I'm worried. Like, is he gonna get God?
Uh-oh.
But yeah,
Good.
we shall see.
Yeah. So I finished In Like Flynn, and I am gonna give it 4.5 stars because literally the only thing that irritated me was her like leaving, and it wasn't that big of a deal. It was good. So I gave that 4.5, but I was like, oh, I don't know what book to start. But I'm sitting by one of my like, this shelf beside me has all of the recent historical romances that I've been buying but have not read. Like they're all just stacked up here. And so I went ahead and grabbed this one because the audio is on any place. So I just started the audiobook for this. And it's read by Kate Redding. So I was like, yes, I love her. I'll listen to her narrate anything. So that's what I started. I don't know how much I'll get to listen to it today because I'll probably switch to my podcast now while I finish up my sewing and while I eat my lunch. But anyway, the historical romance is what today is, I guess. So yeah. But anyway, thanks so much, friends, for coming by, as always, for popping in when I randomly am like, hey, I'm going to be live. You guys are great. But yeah, have a good day, night, whatever.